Chat, we need to have a talk. Bit of a Vine talk, if you will. We're going to talk about video games. It's fine. It's okay. You don't have to worry. You're not in trouble. It's about video games. And it's about Final Fantasy VII new trailer that I haven't seen. And it's also about Resident Evil... whatever the fuck that thing is called. Operation Zebus. That's the name I just made up for it. What is it really called? Resistance. Project Resistance. Okay. I was close. So I haven't seen any of this Final Fantasy VII stuff yet. I've heard some things about it. I've tried not to hear some things about it because I want to make up my own mind. I will not be covering Death Stranding because that happens at 2:30 a.m. And that's a 45-minute trailer, apparently. So we're going to check out both of these. I'm going to talk about it, and I have a little bonus topic at the end. But, yeah, we'll get there in a minute. So, we're going to begin with this Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer from TGS. And then we'll take a look at some of the gameplay, but not all of it. It's like 15 minutes of gameplay footage. I'll just skip through it. So... here we go. All right.
Peggy 16.
Peggy. All right. The footage quality is a little lower at 720p.
Quickly!
So it probably looks way better on YouTube.
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Let's lay down some rubber!
Jesse.
Okay, you got it.
Who's that?
A soldier.
Who is this guy?
Quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
It's weird hearing these voices.
He's a keeper, all right.
Parachuting.
I'll see myself in. Thanks.
Hey.
And who are you?
Wait, Quentin.
It's my turn.
Is Quentin not doing the voice here?
Hello, Aerith.
What do you
Rude.
want?
Reno, rude.
Those eyes.
Man, I can't wait to spend triple the amount of time in
Corneo's
Midgar.
got certain tastes.
Quadruple.
Shy little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
Okay, so it's Don Corneo. People are saying it's Mark Hamill, but I think it's been deconfirmed. This is the only thing I've seen of this trailer, is Don Corneo with fake Mark Hamill.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
That's amazing. That is absolutely disgusting. And I love that. I love that voice for Don Corneo. Oh, dear Lord. It does look like the Joker. Well, it sounds like the Joker, which is why people think it's Mark Hamill.
Hey, fine, right? After you.
Real fake Hamills. Marlene.
You led
There's-
us on a merry chase,
Song.
Aerith.
That looks pretty good.
Resist and we will use lethal force. You got your lethal force right here.
Barrett! nice working out mini games, thanks. Oh my god.
President Shinra.
Now then, my dear Sorens.
He's a hologram?
Mutai, the hell we are.
First of all, Barrett sounds very over the top compared to the last time I've seen him. The hologram looks like Andrew Ryan from BioShock, and also is the size of Emperor Snoke. Sorry, Grand Master Snoke. Sorry, Grand Poobah Snoke. It's just, it's so silly.
You still don't understand your role in this.
Oh, that looks great. I mean, the quality of this trailer is very low on the stream, but... Oh shit, Shiva? So we get summons. Wow. Okay. It's kind of a bizarre trailer. Wow. Wow. Okay, where do I begin? For one, it looks good. Visually, this game looks great. Two, I have to reiterate this every time I cover Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am viewing this as a side story or an expanded story in the same way that you have to acknowledge that Final Fantasy VII still exists. The original still exists. I'm not crazy about the episodic format still, but when you have Square making a game this big and making it even bigger, I can kind of understand it. It's either we get it episodic or we have to wait another 2 or 3 years to get the whole thing. I don't know how much they're going to charge for it, but based purely on the merit of what I've seen, you know, and some of the gameplay I've seen previously, obviously I'm going to be streaming this, and I'm very interested to see where this goes. The characters look good. Jesse looks amazing. Wow. Just the difference between Jesse in the game to Jesse now. It's like, wow, she's a person. There's some characters I didn't recognize. There's this... Who the fuck is this numbskull on the bike? It looks like... Is this fake Angeal? He's using like a soldier sword. It's just a new guy. Some new dude. Okay. Alright then. Well, it's fine. We made him up. New dude, goofing. Tifa looks like Tifa. I know people are going to have some complaints about the size of some things. I really don't care. Sephiroth looks like Sephiroth. Very Advent Children.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
I want to know what this scene is.
Now, more than ever.
But again, like, I guess they're just doing so much more in Midgar. I have to wonder how much of this game can take place in Midgar before it gets boring. Just to be slightly cynical. I really like the Midgar part of the game. That's one of my favorite parts in all of video games, but it felt like it was the proper length. Like, by the time you get out of Midgar, you're ready for the rest of the game. So... you know, I'm excited. The trailer looked pretty good, but the editing is a little weird. I don't really know if there was, like... It just seems like a collection of random clips.
Keeper, all right.
You know, like, it looks good, but...
I'll see myself in. Thanks.
I was, like, left with whiplash watching the trailer.
It's my turn.
But yeah, look at this. This is the you know, the area near Aerith's church.
Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
Wait a minute.
I wonder about the voice actors, because they got rid of the, because in, you know, for the American version, well, the English version, you have, Cloud with a different voice actor. It looks like Reno isn't Quentin Flynn anymore. So I'm wondering, did they get an entirely new cast? Vinny, you missed the T-pose during the parachute scene. Hmm? Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait. Is that really what we think it is?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's like a... I think she's just, like, having fun. No, she's not doing a T-pose. It's like a jumping jack. Yeah! She's just enjoying the ride. It probably feels real cool to be out there and free and feel the air when you lived in Midgar your whole goddamn life. It's an X pose. Alright, yeah, the hologram is different. President Shinra actually showed up. So that is the trailer. I'm going to take a look at some of this gameplay footage. Not all of it. It's 15 minutes. I don't really need to see more than a couple minutes because game's coming out soon enough. That's like the 45-minute Death Stranding thing we're about to get today. It's nice. I'll watch some of it, but...
Heads up, boys. The end's in sight. I leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob. Joining us is
no,
Dave.
Rob, I wanted to listen to the music.
No need to sound surprised, Rob.
I am surprised, Dave.
I thought that was a character speaking. I heard the Mako Reactor theme for a second, and I was excited because I wanted to hear what it sounded like. And now I can't hear anything.
Not really, because I asked you to be on this video.
I want you surprised.
I just wanted to show
Alright, never mind then. Yeah, we can't do commentary on top of commentary. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dave. Yeah, so this is what the game looks like, huh? It certainly looks like a Mako Reactor. Certainly does. One thing I will say is I hope that some of Uematsu's flair on the soundtrack, some of his choices are retained. Because I love the sound font of Final Fantasy VII. Now, granted, it's MIDI. It hasn't aged well. And some of the orchestral recreations of these songs sound incredible. However, I wouldn't mind hearing some of those sounds. Like, I think most of the soundtrack holds up and sounds great. The only one, like One Winged Angel, the orchestral version, I think is just leagues above the original for me. But most of it still sounds incredible, and I would love to hear some of those sounds. The weird synthesizer sound doing the da-da-da-da. That I need. If we're not going to get that, well, that's just a shame.
previous videos on Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay. So yeah, the combat is just this, huh? It looks like a good balance of fight in real time, but also a little bit of turn-based. You know, obviously updating it, taking what they've learned over the past several years from their games, and finding a way to incorporate some of the traditional stuff and also keep it snappy, you know, for the audience. I'm happy there's no random battles. I'll tell you that much. Again, if I want random battles, I'll play the original. So you get in there, it gives you a little tutorial. This is the demo, I guess, that they played at TGS. And Barrett, he can shoot. You can play as Barrett. You can switch to Cloud. You can use your magic. And it freezes time. Again, that's the compromise between real time and real fake time.
That are filling up.
Yes.
That's the ATB gauge, which stands for Active Time Battle. Now that blue gauge fills very slowly as you fight.
I like his voice. I mean, I just like the accent, but it's very pleasing.
When you do basic attacks, you can just press square to do a basic attack with either character. It fills up a bit faster. And when a whole chunk of it is full up, you can select from your command menu.
Oh.
You can press X on the bottom left to bring up your command menu.
Yeah.
You can do...
See, now, you get a bunch of items when you're done with the fight. It just shows you. You get back into the game, and then you immediately see what you won. That's cool. However, I hope we get to hear the victory theme a little bit.
You can do either an ability, or a spell, or throw an item.
Cloud's animations
a bit more
look great.
exciting than just a regular attack, basically.
So basically, whilst you're just fighting in real time,
Yes.
you're filling your ATB gauge,
Yes.
at which point you can then enter one.
I like that you're now going to get banter in real time while you're walking around, checking out the Mako reactor. Barrett's, if you think we'd sink right down to the bottom, to the planet's core. The planet's core! But you can see which materia is in Cloud Sword.
Chunk of it or both chunks of it are full, you can enter your command menu, which
Yep.
then slows down the action.
The
gives you
pump would
time
suck
to
us
think,
back up.
like,
How do you
what
know that?
exactly
Oh, right,
what
he's
ability you
soldier.
want to use or whatever.
Exactly. And we'll
He
see
worked-
a little
he worked
demo
there.
of that here. Here I'm going and I'm using my triple slash ability, which is quite effective at taking out large groups of small...
You know, one thing I'll say is I'm excited to learn additional lore. I hope it's good lore. I hope it's interesting, because the translation from Japanese to English didn't do Final Fantasy VII the greatest service. And and there were some bizarre things that didn't really make some sense, and also some like ill-explained things, and also because of the nature of the game, some stuff you just had to use your imagination. So I'm interested, just purely from, let's say, call it a fan fiction level, what kind of extra stuff we can learn about Mako reactors, about Barrett's sexual activities, about the world, Wutai, about Shinra, about Sephiroth. You know, all these things that I've always wondered about for a long time. So, Wu-Tang, and I didn't say the Wu-Tang Clan, Wutai. Yes, the Wu-Tang Clan is in Final Fantasy VII. They're doing the soundtrack.
The green liquid in this.
That's all I needed to hear, just green liquid. That's fine. All right, we're going to skip ahead a bit now. I'm just skipping. Ah, the wound! That's only a dirty fork, don't worry about it. There's a feather. Interesting. What is that feather? I bet it means something. I can't wait for that super cool character from Crisis Core to show up, Angeal, who is an angel, but they called him Angeal. Now, I wonder if they're going to do any of the extended lore that they've created when they realized that Final Fantasy VII was still a cash cow, and they were like, you know, what, 10 years after Final Fantasy VII came out, Square was like, hey, we've got 7 new things in the works. Vincent Valentine game, a mobile game, which at the time was a very limited mobile game, Crisis Core, and Advent Children, of course. But yeah, you get the idea. Lots of shoot, lots of fight. The battle system, I'm actually very pleased with this battle system. Believe it or not. I get the arguments about why people would want it to remain turn-based, totally. But again, the original still exists, and it looks nice. People have upscaled it, and that will always exist. I'm very okay with this. It seems like, I've never played Final Fantasy 15. I've watched videos about it. I've seen people play it. And I know the combat was considered pretty easy, to the point where you just, like, let things happen. Your character locks on, does the thing, locks on, does the thing, locks on, does the thing, and then you don't really do anything. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't played it myself. This appears to be a slightly more involved version of that, where you have control of your characters more, you have to make your turn-based decisions, but you can also let your characters just fuck up the enemy. So, seems like they've learned, and they're evolving and improving. So yeah, I mean, between the trailer and the fight here, and the cutscenes and everything, I think they're doing a very good job with this, and I'm curious to see where it's going to go, and let's hope it turns out great. Pretty good trailer. Okay, then there's this. I have to go directly into Resident Evil now, because I've seen this trailer. This was the teaser trailer from Resident Evil Project Resistance. Now, RE2 Remake is probably one of my favorite games of the year. Maybe one of my favorite Resident Evil games of all time. And this trailer I saw, and I remember thinking to myself, I don't need this. But I also kind of thought, well, I like the, what was it? The Mercenaries mode in Resident Evil 4. The Raid mode in Revelations. I thought maybe this could be that, but more like Left 4 Dead. Thing looks awesome. Vinny, did you see Exit the Gungeon? No. The hell is that? An Apple exclusive? Yeah, so Mr. Thick is in this game, Mr. X. Gungeon 2 is Apple subscription exclusive. I just found the trailer. I'm going to have to take a look at that. So then we have this. So that trailer looked pretty good. And then as I was downloading this trailer to show, the like and dislike ratio was 50-50. So I don't know what we're in for, but this is 3 minutes of gameplay. Okay. So you choose one of the characters. 4 survivors, resident for dead, left for evil. I saw them names.
Hello, Raggy. It's me, Scooby-Doo.
Alright, so it still looks like Resident Evil 2 Remake gameplay. Someone said this gives me Metal Gear Survive vibes. I don't like it. Okay, each one has different roles. This guy can punch real good, like the dude from Stranger Things. January's a hacker. Oh. Mastermind? Oh, this is like those fucking Half-Life 2 mods. Like Zombie Master. Dead by Daylight as well. Someone just said, except Zombie Master is good. Well, Zombie Master is like a really wide open... Like, it's not as claustrophobic as this. Oh yeah, Mr. Thick, right? You can become Mr. Thick. I don't know why this is funny to me. It shouldn't be. I'm not really crazy about it. It looks pretty good. I don't get the 50-50 dislike-like ratio. I think it looks better than that, but that's just my opinion. If it's got the RE2 remake gameplay, that's good. That game was tight. I'm not a big fan of the Resident Evil spin-offs that involve just multiplayer. And I've had issues with them trying to turn their franchise into, like, shoot-fight as opposed to more survival horror. I think this appears to be a little bit more survival horror focused because you know, I see people with like, they have limited amounts of ammo and they're using a bat. So maybe the puzzle solving, like where you have to support each other and like hack and all that. I don't know if that's going to come together into one cohesive thing. I have a feeling there's going to be very popular characters that people are going to like really try to choose, and there's going to be characters that people avoid like the plague. That's my guess. Oh, this is Vinehard. So yeah, it looks alright. I'm not really crazy about it just because of the nature of the type of game I like, but I would be interested to learn more about it and read more about it. I'll be honest though, there's some level of disappointment because I remember falsely reading about this roguelike mode in Resident Evil 2 that was supposed to come as DLC. And I think I misread the Ghost Survivor mode, which was, you know, you play and there's like random setups of enemies and stuff. And I was really, really looking forward to that. I was hoping for at least some more Resident Evil 2 content. And I guess they said, fuck it, let's turn this into a full game. So maybe we'll get more. I don't know. I think they're probably gearing up for this one, and they're just changing focus. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I'm open to it because I like what Capcom's been doing lately. I really, really love their comeback. I can't even say that word without laughing. What's wrong with me? I like what they've been doing lately, so maybe I'll check it out. I might wait, but this isn't like high on my radar at the moment. It's just kind of cool. Ish. That's how I feel. All right. I may as well show this Exit the Gungeon thing real quick, even though it apparently is Apple Arcade exclusive, which, why? I just learned about this. This is bonus content. So it's a side scroller. Exit. Song's different. A lot of reused assets. Now, this doesn't strike me as a sequel. Oof. Upwell. Yeah, I guess it looks like they took their assets, changed the style of the gameplay, and are doing something a little different. It is an Apple Arcade exclusive, so I will never be playing this, more than likely. Sorry. But at least it's not Enter the Gungeon 2. It's a timed exclusive? Okay. So if it is, then eventually maybe I'll check it out. It looks fine. It looks fine. It doesn't look essential. So if it was Enter the Gungeon 2 that had years of effort behind it, and it was totally redone, you know how much I love me some Gungeon, I might be tempted to want to play it early. But as is, it looks like a little side game. Kind of reminds me of... What the fuck is that game with the arrows? But more cooperative. Towerfall. It reminds me of Towerfall a little bit, with some cooperative elements and assets from the first game. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I don't really know what to say. I didn't know about this until about 10 minutes ago. Beep. All right. So, games. Lots of games. And then Death Stranding, once again, I'll probably watch it on my own and talk about it later. Or tomorrow, or, you know, like in the next couple days. Because it is going to be a massive trailer. Vinny, have you heard of the game Hytale? I have, and I'm very interested. That trailer for Hytale looks great. Let me see something here. Skim through it. Not on stream. Vinny, there's a new video right now. Okay, let's see what this new video is. TGS briefing trailer. It is a 7.5 minute, like, cinematic trailer. So I'll guide you to it. Type Death Stranding briefing trailer. I will briefly show this trailer. I will not be watching the full 7.5 minutes, I'm sorry to say. I did not plan on doing this during VineTalk.
America. Reconstructionism. Her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
Face Maskman.
This is the face of our new hope. Our new America.
I didn't realize America was in this game. I thought this took place in Fantasyland. Is that a famous actress?
My mother may be gone.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But I'm here. And you, Sam? You're here too.
It's Sweet D.
Been 10 years since you saw each other, right? And in all that time, she
Lindsay Wagner.
hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older.
What the fuck?
But you do, Sam. You look good.
I'm good. I don't think I want to see more of this. No, I'm good. I've had enough. Really, I've had enough. Yeah, watch this on your own. You got to understand, there's a part of me that really doesn't want to spoil too much of this for myself. Between this and 45 minutes later on, I don't think I'm going to watch the full 45 minutes. I'm going to be streaming this day one. Like, you have my word on that. The day this comes out, I'm streaming it. And I want to take all this in for, like, the first time. This has definitely been one of those games where I have interest in it because of Kojima and because of the weirdness of it, not because I have any fucking idea what it is. I get it. Sam Porter Bridges must build bridges between a divided America. Whatever. Cool description. It looks cool. The gameplay looks fine. There's ladders, there's shoot, there's demons, there's whales. I am in. And Norman Reedus. And there's Fetus as well. So yeah, you have to go around the US and like, you know, this is such a Kojima thing. Just this whole this right here is just Kojima in a nutshell. It's amazing. Lots of close-ups of Sam. Great. Death Stranding. Yeah, great. Looking forward to it. Vinny, it's a metaphor. This stream is a metaphor. I don't know for what, but someone's going to find out one day. Vinny, what about the KFC dating sim where you date Colonel Sanders? That is YouTuber bait, and I will not be streaming that. I'm not promoting the chicken. I don't give a fuck. I do not know. I'm good. All right, now listen. That's video game talk. I have one more item on the list. Now, imagine this. Imagine you are in a deli, and you know you're getting your coffee, and you see a newspaper, and you stop dead in your tracks and start laughing. That's me today, or actually yesterday. Every now and then, I notice the New York Post, which is just trash, and I posted a screenshot, like I took a picture of it a year ago almost. Beat the Meatles. That was the New York Post. It was about how, yeah, we were having a thrash, you know what I mean, man? So yesterday, I'm enjoying my coffee, and, you know, I'm just trying to get my day going, and it's nice out and stuff. And I look over, and I see the New York Post, and this is what it is. Like, I didn't need to see this. Don't tickle me, Elmo. The city that never sweeps. Don't tickle me, Elmo. 24 people an hour molested in Times Square. Plus, subways dirtier than ever. What the fuck is this? What kind of fucking cover to a newspaper is this? This is the New York Post. First of all, I've been to Times Square several times. I try to avoid it. I have not heard about this. I've not seen this. The fact that Elmo is touching people inappropriately or whatever's happening, I am not sure. I think what happens is they want to take a picture with you, so you give them money, and they will like grab your shoulder, or you know, they'll bump into you, or they'll be like, "Oh!" And then you get a picture with them. There's a lot of mascots. By the way, probably illegal mascots that were not, in fact, like told that they could do this. They did not get permission from Sony or Disney or Sesame. That's my guess. But yeah, this newspaper is fucking trash, and I'm telling you, it's hilarious because they know what they're doing. Like, they'll put like a cock joke on the cover of their paper to sell a copy, and it'll work. costume characters constantly touch passerbys without consent, the Times Square Alliance finds, and in more serious cases, fondle them. How the fuck do you fondle someone with a big, like, muffin hand? You got, like, a mitt on. Like, how does that even work? Vinny, so they're just shit posters? The New York Post, it's the shit post, correct. But anyway, I don't approve of bad touch, and this was a bizarre newspaper to see, and it made me laugh because of the fucking, just the bizarre randomness of walking into a deli and seeing this. So I had to bring this to your attention, even if it had nothing to do with video games. And that's VineTalk. I'm aware that there's a link to the Link's Awakening trailer, but the game's almost out, and I'm going to pass on that. Going to stream that day one. That's VineTalk. Thank you for sparing 40 minutes to allow me to talk about this nonsense. Okay, up next is Blasphemous.
Hey, take a picture. Hey, where you going? Give money for picture.